Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for video number 3? This one's going to be much shorter than the others. We're talking like under 5 minutes, and I did keep that last one under 15, even though it was just barely. But we're going to definitely keep this one under 5. So let's get started. Minimize. And now we can talk about the development of England. So we're going to turn our focus here for a moment to England. England's government changed a little bit during this time. So King Henry II added to his land by marrying a woman from France named Eleanor of Aquitaine. So when he married her, he gained all of the land that she owned in France. Henry ruled England from 1154 until 1189. While he was king, he strengthened the royal courts of justice, so the courts of law, and he introduced the use of the jury. Before Henry II introduces this idea and this concept, there had been no jury. The rulings of England's royal judges all they created a body of law. And that law is known as common law. It is the unified body of law formed by the rulings of the royal judges. Henry died in 1189, and he was followed by Richard the Lion-Hearted at that point. Richard was later succeeded by his younger brother, John. John ruled from 1199 until 1216. King John was not so beloved. He was not considered an effective ruler at all, and one of the reasons that people really didn't like him is that he raised taxes to an extreme. And so in response to these extreme taxes, on June 15th, 1215, a date that you should remember, June 15th, 1215, nobles forced John to sign a document known as the Magna Carta. And this is a document that guaranteed certain basic and political rights. Your work accompanying this video will focus on the Magna Carta. It is a very important document that gives us in the United States the basis for our Bill of Rights. And finally, a few years down the road after that, King Edward I, another king, needed to raise money for a war. So in 1295, he called 4 citizens, 2 nobles, so 2 wealthy people, and 2 knights from each town to serve in Parliament. Parliament is a legislative group. Today in England, they still call their legislative group the Parliament. In the United States, what do we call our legislative group? That's right, Congress. Today, this very first parliament is known as the Model Parliament because it served as a model, an example for later kings and later governments. As time went on, Parliament, just like the Magna Carta had, provided a check on royal power. Your work that goes along with this, like I said, is going to focus on the Magna Carta. There is a worksheet on the Magna Carta for my CCP students and my honors and advanced students. You are going to get a chance to look a little bit more closely at some of the language actually in the Magna Carta and complete a chart based on that. Let me know if you have any questions.